If you don't think the UFC is exciting, you gotta be a lunatic. Okay, I don't know what you want. You wanna see people get beat with baseball bats? You know what I mean? So everybody starts diving into this thing. Well, it's easy, right? Just throw 3 letters together and buy a cage and put on fights. You know what happens when you get $37 million and you're a fighter? I don't want to get punched in the face. I got $37 million, man.
As human beings, we're fascinated by who the toughest guy in the world is. It's always been that way from the days of the Roman gladiators. You know, I always have this thing where I say I can throw all kinds of stats and bullshit at you about the UFC that's true and all these things, but here's something that I don't know if this is true, but it's what I truly believe, and it's what we built this company on. I believe that before a man threw a ball through a circle, before a man hit a ball with a stick, 2 men were put on this earth, somebody threw a punch, and whoever was standing around ran over and watched. Fighting is the first sport ever, and it will be the last sport ever. It will be around till the day we die, till the earth no longer exists. Fighting will always be there. But it scares everybody. It scares everybody. I don't give a who you are or what you do. When a fight breaks out, there's that holy shit, that nervous energy that takes over the room, and fighting is what really, everybody feels it. I don't care who you are.
Guaranteed. I guarantee you $37 million this year. Guess what you're gonna do? Not much. Not much. Are you gonna bust your ass every day? Your alarm's gonna go off in the morning, you're gonna I'm not gonna go to class. What the hell do I wanna go to class for? I got $37 million. Right? Who's going to class if they got $37 million? Nobody's going to class. You know what happens when you get $37 million and you're a fighter? I don't want to get punched in the face. I got $37 million, man. I'm not getting punched in the face. This is ridiculous. We incentivize guys to fight. You get money to show, and you get money to win. And then you get money for the best fight of the night, you get money for the best knockout, money for the best submission. You're incentivized. No different than any other business in the world. Show up at your job and have a half-assed day. See how that goes. I'm not in the mood today. See how that goes. You have to be incentivized. When somebody hires you, when you guys leave this school and go to these other jobs, you will cut out a deal where you're working for some big company where you'll have incentives and bonuses. It's the way the real world works. Boxing does not live in the real world anymore, and that's why it's hurting.
That no matter what color you are, what country you come from, or what language you speak, we're all human beings, and fighting's in our DNA. We get it and we like it. And I knew that if we could package this thing the right way, deliver a great television show and a great live experience, that this thing could be big. I really did always believe that. You just never know if the timing is right. Do we have the right idea at the wrong time?
You know, we go out there, we make this thing work. The first season of The Ultimate Fighter happens, this thing skyrockets, starts to take off. So of course, the fight business is a fun business to be in. So everybody starts diving into this thing. Well, it's easy, right? Just throw 3 letters together and buy a cage and put on fights. Anybody could do that. So these guys go out, and the biggest mistake that everybody makes when they try to compete with us is they try to compete with us. I'm not out trying to kill other organizations. The only time you've ever seen me act like I wanted to kill an organization was guys who came out and talked smack about us. Those were the times. It was like, all right, you want to fight? We'll fight. My life was so good, I didn't want to sleep.
I'm with you, brother.
Forget sleeping, man. Sleeping sucks. I wanted to be up every day doing what I did. And I embraced insomnia. I loved it. You know, I didn't grow up with money. We weren't rich by any means, but I knew I wasn't going to college. I knew that wasn't a reality, and I didn't really want to go to college. One of the things that I was very lucky in my life with is I knew exactly what I wanted to do. From the time I was a young age, I knew I wanted to be in the fight business, and people thought I was crazy. He's like, what? What are you going to do? I said, I want to be in the fight business. He said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. What's the worst thing that can happen if you try? If the day that I walked out of that hotel, right, and I went to do this, it doesn't work out. I can go back and be a bellman again whenever I want to. You can always go back and do that. The worst part is not trying. You have to try. Nobody's ever going to do anything without trying. When you get out of bed every morning, right? You get up out of bed, life is standing right there to kick you in the face. Ready, leg cocked, ready to go to kick you in the face. Because every day when you get up, bad shit's coming at you, you know? And you gotta get up and you gotta fight through that bullshit every day. You have to.
Last
and
question.
Guess what? It's never the right time. It's never the right time. It's like, I can't now. I got this truck I just bought. I got payments on this friggin' thing. You know, I got this. If you do that to yourself, you'll never do anything. Forget the truck. Forget this. Forget that. Go for it. Just go for it. Believe me, I'm living proof that it can happen.